Hi, I'm Jenna. I'm an interior designer. This is my husband, Josh. Do you want to say what you are?
Yeah, I'm a plumber, and we've been renovating houses for quite a long time, and this is our most recent one, which is Canning Street. People might remember us from a couple of seasons of the block, probably nearly 10 years ago now, and since then we've just been doing our own projects, subdivisions, renovations, and yeah, we've just ended up here. We're selling another renovator in inner West Melbourne, and Jenna said, Josh, I found a house, and I cracked it because I was like, I'm not ready to buy, I'm stressed out. Anyway, long story short, Jen drove me down the street, and before I even saw the house, I'm like, I don't care what it looks like, we're buying it, because the street is wide, it's tree lined, it was amazing. And then there was this little dwarfed weatherboard cottage that was nearly falling down between these two ginormous houses, and we just knew that it was the one.
We wanted the cottage to be preserved because it's a heritage listed home, but we converted it into a studio space, and for us that meant flexibility for now and for long term. And then we moved into the courtyard being the central courtyard of the home to connect the two, but really it's a light tunnel, and you can really sense that when you walk into the living room of the rear dwelling, because we have 4-metre high ceilings, a curved ceiling to really draw that light deep into the home, but it also allows that natural light, and it's just so beautiful to sit on that sofa and soak in that light.
A big part of this house is the connection with the indoors and the outdoors and connecting the two houses. So as you walk into the main residence, we've got a small entry door and then a 2.5 metre pivot door that weighs 250 kilos. So there's a bit of engineering that had to go in there, but that basically means that we can open up the whole facade of the house to the courtyard. There's nothing in the way from the inside to the outside.
My favourite features would definitely be this open plan living kitchen dining space. It's really spacious. Our sofa is 4 metres long, so it's really big, and it allows us to have everyone sit within the space and feel like we can all be together. We've got our master suite upstairs, which works really well because it gives us that separation from the kids, and it really does feel like a retreat. There's a little view of the city at night, which is really beautiful, and it just feels like a really serene space where the curtains are closed and it's just an area where it's a kid-free zone.
My favourite features of this house are the open fireplace. I love my little record player area. The kitchen's amazing, and then also the pivot door as well. The lounge room in this house feels quite grand because the ceilings are so high. So we wanted something that was long and something that draped very well and could filter the light beautifully, and also give us some assistance with like the acoustics, because we've got a lot of hard finishes in here. So we chose a beautiful linen S-fold curtain that's like a off-white creamy colour, and I think it just complements everything in this house perfectly.
Trying to furnish a door that opens that far was really hard because we wanted to be able to stack back the curtains to one side, but also not have those curtains block the pivot door when it was open. So we worked with one of the design consultants at DIYblinds, and we came up with a solution where we had a split through our curtains, which allowed us to open the door perfectly to sit between that split, and the stack back of the curtain sits either side. So it really is a practical solution for our huge pivot door that we wouldn't have been able to come up with on our own. We chose shutters for the cottage because it is a heritage facade and it's cute. It's also really functional. So shutters are great to be able to allow the light to filter in, but also block that light. But most importantly for us, it was how a shutter looks on the facade of an old home. You just can't beat the look of it. I know what I want as an interior designer, so sometimes it can be a little bit hard to work with me, but I love working with the team at DIY because they know their stuff. And when I talk to suppliers and installers, I really want them to be knowledgeable about what they do, and we found that with DIYblinds. So I feel like working with them was a collaboration, which I really enjoyed. A collaboration between me knowing the look that I wanted and them knowing the functionality and the practicality and how I can achieve that look. The installation process was absolutely straightforward. It was one of the most exciting elements for us because we were moving into the home, we wanted the curtains to come in, and it was really that final touch. We had the lovely people come out from DIYblinds to measure up for us and install them. So it was really practical, and for us with 2 young kids, we needed something that was done and dusted, and we could at least, just sit back and relax throughout the process.
We also have automated blinds in the kids' room and in the master room, and it's on a wireless remote. So they came, they set up all the wireless setup and showed us how to use everything, and they're easy to use and maintain.
For us, we really want to ensure that when we design homes, we design it with longevity and timeless design in mind. So that makes it the perfect option for our next home, which will be our second forever home. And we're definitely taking DIYblinds along the journey with us.